Alrighty, welcome everybody to today's video. My name is Scott Beeks. Welcome back or to the channel. Today we are going to be discussing the 5 principles of individual roles and responsibilities in defense. Now, before we jump into today's video, I strongly recommend that you watch the first video, which is the base of the pyramid, which is the 6 principles of defense in Roundnet, before we build the pyramid and we talk about the individual roles and responsibilities in today's video. Alrighty, so the first principle of roles and responsibilities in defense is we want to force the ball between us on the inside and not on the outside. That way we can stay a 2-person defense. And so, let's say right now, this ball is being set right here. The earlier that we know the landing zone of that ball, the earlier we can dictate the range given to the hitter. And once we know the range given to the hitter, we can now start getting in our point B positions. And so Ben's left hand takes this line. My right hand takes this line. The ball is set 1 square in from the rim. And so we are 1 foot in from the 7-foot line. My right hand takes that maximum hit, that maximum line. Ben's left hand takes that maximum hit, that maximum line. And now we force it between us, creating this lovely 3rd defender in the middle. What I see way too often is people will get pretty aggressive and they will now get to the middle of the range. If I now get to the middle of the range, the hitter has an out. And now they go outside of me, Ben has 0 chance to affect it or get there. We're therefore a 1-person defense. And same on the other hand, if I'm in my point B position and I'm here, and Ben gets too aggressive and doesn't trust me, or if the hitter now chooses to hit that maximum line, Ben can't get there, and I'm absolutely out of the play. We're therefore a 1-person defense. And so it's important that Ben and I both have our hand on the maximum line, okay? Because sometimes again, we might have our body on the line. And if we both have our body on the line, look at this massive gap the hitter has available to him. And so the key is we must be as aggressive as possible, having our hand on the maximum line available to the hitter while squeezing it and forcing the ball between us. Because again, that way we can create a 3rd person in defense by forcing the ball between us on the inside and not on the outside. Now onto the second principle of roles and responsibilities within defense, and that is the funneling principle. That is when we are going through point A towards point B. So if this set is now landing right here, well, for Ben, who's standing there, he doesn't need to move too far to get in point B. Just 1 step to the left, and you can see, if we draw our lines, his left hand is along this line. Now for me, on the other hand, I'm a little bit further from getting into my point B position. And so I could just go straight here, and now I'm in point B. However, the whole time that I go straight to point B, I'm not affecting the range until the very last second. Because right now, if I'm here and as the ball's being set there, I'm not affecting the range, now I'm affecting the range. And in that time I'm going from my position before the ball's been set towards point B, that ball might already go past me. And so it's really important that we understand we must go through A towards point B, because this way I'm affecting the range. And now I'm already affecting the range. This is stage 1, armbar. And now again, stage 2, full body point A. I'm affecting the range, my portion of the range. And then stage 3, now I'm in point B. So what went from me not affecting the play, maybe the ball even going past me by the time I get here, to now being here, I can now go through point A towards point B. And in this whole time that I'm now going through A to B, I am also taking my range and helping funnel the ball towards my partner who has managed to get in point B. Remember, we want to get touches at point B because it's the balance of both time and range. His quality of touch is more likely going to be better than my touch because he's getting that little bit more time to react versus me, who's getting very little time to react but still taking the range given in a two-person defense. Principle number 3, the one-person defense principle. And so right now, again, let's say this ball is being set right here. And now we're in a position where, for some reason, and this happens all the time because we're not perfect, we're human, we will read the set wrong or read the set late. And if right now I don't read this set well, or I just read it late, I don't even manage to affect any of the range, well, Ben, who did go from his point B position, he's in his point B position right now, his left arm taking that maximum line, hoping that I'm going to do my job. So we're here in a two-person, hopefully even a three-person defense. Well, that hasn't happened anymore because, again, I've read this set late, or I haven't read the set well, or I was out making a recovery set and not able to come back to the net in time. And so my partner must prioritize the range over the time. Because remember, range is the priority, time is a luxury. If I am now out of the range, we're not range divided by 2 anymore. We have to be range divided by 1. And now it is my job as his partner to be super reactive of any touch that my partner gets. Because the quality of touch is going to go down because he had to sacrifice that lovely luxury of time at point B for now any touch at point A because he had to take up more of the range alone because I couldn't help him. And so it is my job now to be super reactive of any touch he gets so we can now convert the ball. I do not want to start running behind him and now if he gets a touch, I'm out of the play. No. If I am not within the range, I can either say the words out or big. He now knows he's got to take this range alone, and I now know my job is to be reactive of any touch my partner gets. I cannot start running into Narnia, he get a great touch, can't get up for the soft touch, and now we've lost that opportunity to get a defensive break. My partner's done the good thing by taking the range alone. I need to be reactive of any touch they may get. Now, the 4th principle of roles and responsibilities in defense is the short and long principle. And so, if this ball is now being set off net and the range can be defended by 1 defender, we now need to ensure that we have short, so my partner has the option to either go ascending touch at point B or back into Narnia at point C and take this lovely amount of time that he now gets given due to the limited range the hitter now has available. My partner can only go to point C if I manage to get short here at point A. If I don't manage to get short at point A, then again, it's just a one-person defense principle. He now doesn't have that luxury going to point C. He's going to have to be either at B or A to ensure that he takes the range. Because again, range is the priority and time is a luxury. So whenever we see a set where the range can be taken by one defender, that is when I need to move as quickly as I can and say, yep, I got short. And now he can make the decision again, touch that ball at point B on its way up, or laterally, or he can start backing up to point C, knowing that I've got short, he's got long. The hitter only really has projection, they don't have the range, and we have the range because it can be taken just by one athlete alone. Now, the fifth and final principle of individual roles and responsibilities in defense is the 2x principle. Now, we're gonna get a little bit mathematical here, but you'll get it easy. So right now, if we as defenders, we want to make sure we are within the distance of the ball to the net before it is set. So if that ball is being set from what, let's say 3 feet, we need to make sure we are a maximum of 3 feet from the net. Otherwise, there's so many shots that we are not going to be able to get to in time, and therefore we're going to be a one-person defense and never get a touch. So we need to make sure we are equal to 3 feet or less than 3 feet as individual defenders. Okay? Now you might be asking, where does X come into this? Well, think about the distance of the ball to the net is equal to X. I, as an individual defender, need to be equal to or less than X, distance from the ball to the net. My partner also needs to make sure they are equal to or less than the distance of the ball to the net, which is equal to 3 in this scenario. And so as a team, we need to ensure that we are at a maximum of 2x distance from the net. And so if for some reason I am x plus 1, my partner must be x minus 1. So we stay in system as a defense, even if I as an individual am out of system. But if I'm in system and my partner's in system, then we're doing absolutely great. But there will happen in times, whether it be a recovery set or a rundown, that I may be x plus 3. And so my partner must ensure that they are x minus 3 to make sure that we as a team are still in system and have a great opportunity of getting a defensive touch. And if it helps, you can think about it like a rope. The distance of the ball to the net is equal to half of the rope. The distance between me and my partner is equal to 2 times that rope length. And if I go back a little bit, he needs to come forward a little bit. And if he goes back a little bit, I need to come forward a bit, because we need to ensure that this rope, which is 2 times the distance of the ball to the net, always stays the maximum distance of the rope. It never gets greater, because as soon as it starts going greater, the rope is broken and therefore we're out of system. Alrighty, that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.